Baik, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, for this session I would like to explain especially for electric machine. Yeah, because it is related to our material that I have explained last week, and now I would like to show you what electric machine in the real way, and I will describe what inside the DC motor, with of course with the help of such kind of module. And here we have two modules that we may bring this module into AC and DC machine, but for this module this is focused on AC machine. So let's start with the explanation of the machine itself. Come closer. So this is a motor. Yeah, this is a motor. Sorry. Okay. So if we talk regarding to electric machine, then it can be generator or alternator, or it can be a motor. There are two ways. Yeah, a generator to produce voltage, potential, and for motor will produce force or mechanical power. Usually if we see electric machine, it's look like a tube. Yeah, all of important thing in the motor will be covered by the name is a housing. So we call this part as a housing. So by provide a housing, something important inside the motor will be protected, especially from the dust, from the water, from the rain, and so on. So if we see from the outside, maybe we cannot distinguish whether this is a motor or generator until we come closer to the information of the motor. So how do we get the information of the motor or generator? Then usually machine manufacturer company, they provide such kind of information that is put on the plate. Yeah, so I will show you what is the plate. You can come closer to focus on here. This is a plate. Yeah, this is the plate. So if you see there will be some information. The first information, if you see here, this is Fuji Electric. This motor is made by Fuji Electric company. And then here is it okay? Yeah, this is also the type of motor information. So from this information we see that this motor is a 3-phase induction motor. Yeah, induction motor. It means this is motor, not generator. And we also see the power output, and how many pole, and what is the frequency, and also voltage, current, RPM, and rating. So most information they provide in the plate. Yeah. In another example, maybe I can show you. Yeah, maybe this is also electric machine, left part and right part, and these two machines are connected or coupled. So from the distance we didn't know which one is motor and which one is generator until we come closer and focused our attention to the plate as shown here. Come closer. Yes. Then we know that this part is AC generator. And we move to the other side here. Then we will know that this is the DC motor. As you can see, if we see from the distance, these two machines look like similar. Yeah, almost similar. But they are totally different because one is function as a AC generator and the other one as a DC motor. Okay, pause. If we open, if we open this machine, what it look like? So if we open this motor, okay, let's say if I make a cut like this way, we cut, we cut and we open, we cut here and we open. Then it look like what you see in this module. So as I said before, we open, then we can we may imagine that this board will function as a housing. You know this one? I make a cut here, and open. Make a cut and open. So this part will be this board. Okay, so this part will be housing. And what is inside the housing? That is the most important. So inside the housing there are two winding. There are two winding. As you can see here, you may count that there are 1, 2, 3 winding. It looks like that this is 3 winding, but it is not true, because actually this is only 2 winding. The first winding and the third winding are the same winding, but it is separated. This is separated. We call these 2 winding, we call these 2 winding as stationary winding. Why? Because they are still. Diam. The other winding we call it as a stationary winding, rotary winding. This is rotary winding. Why? Because it move, rotate. So we call it rotary winding. Okay. I emphasize. What I explained, there are 2 winding. The first is stationary winding, and second is rotary winding, because it is move, rotate. So we call it as a rotary winding. Okay. And then what else that are very important in the motor? So if we see this part, and this part, we can see that there is a ring. This is a ring. Like this one, ring. This is ring, and also this is a ring, metal ring. And then we also see that this is something that are pressed into the ring, and these 2 parts here, there are 2 parts, and here also there are 2 parts, top and bottom, and this part are connected to some special cable. So I can say that this ring and this part so-called as brush, brush. Actually this is brush, but this is not real brush because this is only for demonstration. These two brush, this is here also two brushes. This is two brushes and this is two brushes. This is also the most important for rotating machine, because if we will work with the rotating machine, then normally they will have a ring and also brush. And the last one, the important thing is there is a gap, air gap between rotating machine and stationary machine. Air gap, If there is no air gap, then it will be a problem how to rotate this rotary winding. It will be a problem. So of course gap is needed for this purpose, for motor, either generator, we need the air gap. So if I resume what I explained, electric machine have several important components. What are they? First, housing. The housing will protect the internal component of the motor from damage from dust, water, rain also water, and so on. The first is housing. Second, stationary winding. Third, rotary winding. Fourth, ring and brush. And the last is air gap. Okay, pause dulu. Okay, so before I explain for next session, I would like to show you whether you ever seen this is a small alternator or small generators. I didn't know whether you have ever seen this machine or not, but in my experience, when I was a child, from the child until when I was in the senior high school, people usually use this kind of apparatus, to help him or her while they ride bicycle in a very dark street. Because when the small generator, it is attached to the wheel. So if we press some button, then this generator will be pressed, will be forced to this way. So this part will press the wheel, and when the wheel is running, then this part is also running. The fast the bike run, then the voltage getting higher and higher. Of course, the lamp will be produce higher intensity, so it will help him or her to know the situation of the road, because maybe 20 years ago, normally the street, not in Surabaya maybe, they are very dark in night, especially because there is almost no lamp along the road. So on that time, this component, this apparatus is very helpful. Yeah, usually for bicycle rider. And if I open, okay, impossible to open, yeah, but okay. So this is housing, and there are stationary winding that are attached to the housing, like this like this module, yeah. So the stationary winding is attached to the housing, and the rotary part consists of permanent magnet. But this module, the rotary part consists of winding. Okay. So for stationary winding, both this generator or this module are using winding, but for the rotating part in this generator using permanent magnet, but in this module is using winding. Okay, so please keep in mind that permanent magnet in this machine, yeah, rotating part using permanent magnet, but it is depend on requirement, not requirement, depend on the purpose. Sometime permanent magnet are placed in the rotating part. In other purpose, permanent magnet are placed in the stationary part, not rotating part. It is depend on purpose. Okay. So again, there are stationary part winding, yeah, stationary part and rotating part, and we see from here that the rotating part consists of winding, yeah, to replace winding, yeah. In the rotating part we see permanent magnet to replace winding. Okay, permanent magnet is used to replace winding for this machine. It's mean the rotating part of this machine has a function as producing magnetic field. Ya, yeah, you get. Jadi yang bagian berputar dalam case ini magnet permanen tadi yang berputar, dia difungsikan untuk producing, ya, menghasilkan magnetic field. Okay, now I put aside this. So let's focus again to this module. Imagine that the rotating part here, yeah, I will replace this winding by permanent magnet. Now may I ask you, yeah, what is the function of this rotating part? What is the function of the rotating part? Of course, you will say that okay, the rotating part is the part that produce magnetic field, magnetic field. If the part has a function of producing magnetic field, then we will this part as field winding. Okay, I will emphasize in bahasa. Jadi jika tadi yang rotating part ini, kita gantikan dengan magnet permanen, maka magnet permanen fungsinya kan menghasilkan medan magnet. Maka bagian yang bergerak ini nanti itu kita namakan sebagai kumparan medan. Of course, if I replace permanent magnet with the winding. Oke. Jadi tadi permanen magnet. Sekarang permanen magnetnya saya ganti dengan winding. How should I do? How should I do to function? Or in case that this winding produce electric or magnetic field, what should I do? Apa yang harus saya lakukan supaya winding ini menghasilkan medan magnet, magnetic field? Caranya berarti kan harus saya supply supaya dia menjadi magnet. If so, jika begitu, maka then this winding, we call this winding as a field winding. Jadi jika winding ini memang berfungsi untuk menghasilkan kumparan medan, jika winding ini kita fungsikan untuk menghasilkan medan magnet, maka kita namakan dia adalah kumparan medan, field winding. Nah, apakah field winding harus selalu di rotary? Tadi jawabannya depend on the purpose, tidak mesti. Depend on the purpose. Jadi, sometimes we may place at the rotary part, sometimes we may place on the stationary part. Nah, di contoh ini karena saya tadi mengacu ke sini, yang bagian yang bergerak itu yang difungsikan untuk menghasilkan kumparan, yang difungsikan untuk menghasilkan medan magnet. Karena apa? Di case ini yang bergerak tadi itu dipasangi dengan magnet permanen. Nah, jika saya bawa ke sini, ini kan bukan magnet permanen. Bagaimana supaya dia bisa berfungsi sebagai magnet? Supaya fungsi yang rotating ini sama dengan yang ini tadi. Dalamnya magnet permanen. Maka ini juga harus berfungsi sebagai magnet. Nah, karena ini berfungsi sebagai magnet, maka ini kita namakan dengan kumparan medan, field winding. If so, what is the name of the other winding? Jadi kalau gitu apa namanya terkait dengan winding yang satunya lagi? Kalau yang ini tadi itu yang rotary winding kita namakan sebagai field winding atau kumparan medan. Berarti yang satunya yang stationary winding itu kita namakan dengan kumparan jangkar atau armature. Okay. So again, I emphasize two winding, stationary winding, rotary winding, and field winding. Field winding, we may place field winding at the rotary part or stationary part. So does with the armature winding. Jadi tadi ada dua kumparan yang sifatnya dia yang berputar dan yang satu lagi yang diam. Nah, masing-masing dua itu mempunyai fungsi. Yang satu berfungsi sebagai kumparan medan, yang satu berfungsi sebagai kumparan jangkar. Di manakah letaknya? Tergantung kebutuhan, tergantung tujuan. Jadi yang kumparan jangkar bisa di rotari, kemudian kumparan medannya di stationary, atau sebaliknya. Oke ya. Oke. Okay, so this is the third session, yeah. So I will explain from this module how we function this module as a AC machine and how we function this module as a DC machine. Okay, the first, if I would like to function this module as a AC machine, then both AC and DC machine, they have a housing. Okay, so there is no difference with the housing. Second, both AC and DC machine, they have two winding, field winding and armature winding. So it will be no problem with this. So what makes this machine different? Then you may see this part. Yeah, this part. So if the ring is consists of two rings, and this is a total ring, fully ring, yeah, fully ring. Then if you use this part, and please close this part. Close this part. If you use this part and you utilize this part and also this housing, then this machine has a function of AC, alternating current machine. And the other hand, if I move my hand to close this part, okay, I close this part, so you will utilize this part, this two winding, and also this part. Yeah, if you come closer to this part, you see that this ring is divided. You see here, this is an insulation to separate the upper ring and the lower ring. Yeah, so this ring is divided. Again, I will show you the other side of insulation. This one, this is insulation, yeah, and this is also insulation. It means that this ring is divided into two parts. Then, if the ring is divided, then this machine has a function of DC machine. That's it. Yeah. So in order to distinguish between AC and DC machine, so both AC and DC machine, both of these two machines has a housing, and then have a stationary winding, have a rotary winding, have an air gap. They also have ring and brush, but this part is different. For AC machine, they consist of two fully ring, but for DC machine consists of only one ring, but this ring is divided, as I have shown you. Okay, so let's take a look for the other module. Please focus on this module. So this is a different module. This is also machine, but this machine is function as a motor, AC motor, and you see here this is also consists of winding. heavy. I don't know why. Oh, okay. This is free moving. So this is a stationary winding, and this is a rotary winding. Okay, it's look like this is in the part of the housing, ya. Jadi nanti kalau dikasih rumah itu nanti ini di expand, di enclosure sehingga tertutup. And the winding of rotary part is shown here. If you see here, the manufacturing way is different. Yeah, looks here. Inside this part actually winding. Yeah, and this is very really different with this winding. So the way to wind, to wind. I don't know whether this is correct or not ya. Untuk melilitnya, cara melilitnya tidak sama antara yang ini, ya rotari yang ini sama yang ini. Okay, so that is an introduction to machine. Yeah, what is machine, and I try to bring the concept of machine into the other way. So I explain this module. So I hope by this explanation at least it will help you to understand the concept of the machine. Okay, I think that's all. We can continue if you have some question or something to be discussed together, then we may discuss in the other method of teaching. Yeah, maybe we can discuss in the class or in the laboratory. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.